Can you hear me now? Okay, we're going to try this again. We had a little bit of an issue there. Got a little music here as we get some people back in. Apologize for the technical issues. I have once again, thank you, Music is Life. I have once again kicked my neighbors off the Wi-Fi. I changed the password again, and hopefully that should fix it. But man, they are persistent. Let's see here. I think I can come back as well, maybe. I'm back. We've got a new video here. I wanted to move on. We did talk a little bit about in Music is Life. Do you want to be a moderator since you were first and you made your first comment? Do you know the rules to moderation on my channel? The only rule is don't be naughty. Miss Doubtfire can hear. Okay, if it gets crazy in here, I'm going to probably make some of the early guys who pop in a moderator, and just if anyone throws those spam links up there or something, or starts spamming in chat, or just gets annoying, you kick them out. That's how it works. And if you kick out the good people, then I kick you out. It's fair is fair, right? So anyway, let's get started on the second video. So the first video we covered right before the stream froze was basically Darrell Brooks saying, hey, I want to represent myself. And then shortly thereafter, he did. He represented himself in the jury selection. He says he kicked off all the jurors. He struck the whole jury. It sounds like he ran out of all the strikes, and he ended up getting stuck with whoever was left. But this next clip I've entitled, I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt, where Mr. Brooks has acted out in court yet again, and he got removed to another courtroom. And as soon as he got there, he took off his shirt. Now, he has to stand there where he is because he is chained to the floor. They moved the bench because I think they were worried about him throwing it. At one point, there's a record of him throwing something, maybe a shoe. He also threw all his papers off the desk, probably why he's not organized now. But we're going to go ahead and start this and listen in a little bit and see what we've got here.
We are back on the record. Appearances are as they were before. I need to make a record that at 8:42 a.m. this court ordered Mr. Brooks be removed from the courtroom due to repeated interruptions and disruption with the court. This, of course,
too sexy for my shirt.
Comes on
too sexy for my shirt. So
recent
sexy
history
it
with Mr.
hurts.
Brooks. On every day that we have been in court since Monday, he has shown a complete and utter disrespect.
Miss Doubtfire, I'm going to promote you.
Rules of civility.
There's a first time for everything.
He has been removed from the courtroom multiple times. This morning,
he will be removed multiple more times before we're done.
Court within a morning.
He will be removed multiple more times before we're done.
This court within a minute of the court calling the case. I should also make a record at the moment he is muted because of the way that he was removed from the courtroom and his conduct since. I have been given just a bit of information about it. I will advise everyone that I have required that the Sheriff's Department
he's practically alone in that courtroom, but he still has his mask on.
Regarding Mr. Brooks's conduct, I'm told that he would not sit down while in this courtroom in order to have the shackles
that's going to be a common theme.
So that
he sits when he wants to sit, not when he's told to sit.
That at one point he took off a
sorry about that.
And it appeared
you got a
to the deputies that he was going to throw the
preview
shoe.
of what's coming.
You can see that he is seated with his back to the court or to the camera. He took his shirt off as well. I'm also told that he is threatening to throw and break items. I want to give him headphones since he has claimed in the past.
Miss Doubtfire, I think that was my original idea, but I don't know. It seemed like an obvious connection for me. The reason we brought it up is because we've had Roxanne from the previous streams the last 2 days has been listing pertinent song lyrics at different points during the trial, and it's just been hilarious. So going back and looking at the video, I saw this one and thought, that's definitely too sexy.
It is louder than it has been. I've also been advised that The audio and visual equipment is working in that courtroom. The deputies that are in there can
Although he's
see
going to
and
say that he
hear,
can't hear unless he has
the
headphones on
court
in there.
through the Polycom system. Today is a little bit different in that there is no Zoom. And so, but this court, with the blessing of technology in this new building, have the ability to call in one room system to the other. That is why we're able to see and, when appropriately, hear him when unmuted. And then there are the 4 camera angles that are presently from this courtroom. I have the camera in the other courtroom on a single camera, since he's the only individual.
So she goes into detail explaining this, because it's basically the first time during the trial that it's
extended this courtroom
this
to
is
the neighboring
happening.
courtroom. While there is ample evidence in the record, not only through the proceedings up to this point, but this morning alone, that through his conduct, he has forfeited his right to be present.
Let me show you.
Also make a finding.
This is what he looked like. The picture underneath me. This is what he looked like during jury selection.
Because of
right?
the audio and visual equipment and system that we have in place, that it is the functional
pulled his coat,
equivalent
his
of
suit
being
coat up over his
present in
head.
This courtroom.
This is before he
This court
determines
has relied
on his own that he had
repeatedly on
COVID
Illinois versus
and wanted
Allen.
to
I've read portions of that case
postpone the
into
court
record.
because of it.
I don't intend to go through that at length here today, other than
so we got the feel here.
indicate
This is what happened
trial
on
judges
this
that are confronted with
this second video.
contemptuous, stubbornly defiant defendants must be given sufficient discretion to meet the circumstances of each case.
So
no one
we're gonna stop this one.
The appropriate.
Basically, she says, "I have the right to do this, right? I have the right to send him to the other courtroom, and if he won't behave in this one," and she wants so badly. She really wants him to be in the courtroom with her. And, she says things go smoothly when you're here, or they should at least go smoothly when you're here. Everything just operates better. We don't have to make worry about all these crazy things. It turns out that I don't think Mr. Brooks wants to be in the courtroom. He doesn't want to do anything he doesn't want to do. That's actually one of the fundamentals of his complaints, right? He is a sovereign, not a sovereign citizen. He says, I am a sovereign. Because citizen in his mind means that he's a citizen of something else, and he's all on his own. And trust me, we've got one more clip here, and I was almost cheering for the guy. So we're gonna switch to this one right here, and we'll start playing. This is.
And I object to being called that name for the record. And I object to being called that name for the record.
He objects to being called Mr. Brooks all the time.
Do you giving a statement to Probst?
His name, but I have to an officer.
And you did talk to an officer that
I talked to
that
an
scratchy
officer
sound,
on the
guys.
phone. I did not.
That came from the court.
I mean,
Their
on the
gain
phone,
was
I
turned
did
up
it
too
now
high, and it
person.
blew out the audio. But I can't fix that up.
So it was a conversation on the non-emergency line. Would that be fair to say?
It was on the non-emergency. Confirmed it after I called to make
Okay,
sure.
we're
it was
having
on the
buffering issues
non-emergency
again.
line.
Guys,
Do you record a description that you gave at that time?
I do. Well, my best of my knowledge was that you were either black, Latino,
Who's you?
or mixed.
Who's you?
Hold on, you have to let him answer the question first before you interrupt him with another one. Go ahead with.
okay. Guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? We're having YouTube issues.